Welcome to the Chic Assignment Check-in for September. Hi everyone, Jennifer here, and welcome back to the Daily Connoisseur. I am so happy to do the Chic Assignment Check-in with you this month. I loved the assignments this month, and I hope that you did too. Here's a little fun fact. Right after I shoot this video, I'm going to go shoot my 10-item wardrobe video, so I have all of my 10-item wardrobe packed away, and so I'm wearing this, remember this denim kind of pullover top that I had from last season? I really like it. So anyway, that's what I'm wearing today. We are going to get into our 4 assignments. Before we do, the Chic Assignment Check-in is always brought to us by the Chic Society. This is the private membership group that I have here on YouTube. Remember, subscribing is absolutely free to my channel, but if you would like more from this channel and you would like to join it, you can join. The lowest tier is only $1.99 a month. I do one vodcast every single week, and we go live or do a Zoom call together once a month, and it's just a wonderful society, and we have a lot of fun discussing things behind the scenes. So if you are interested in joining the Chic Society, just click the join button, or you can find the link in the description box below. I'm going to give recognition to the 2 upper tiers in the Chic Society. Make sure you stay till the very end of the video, because I'm going to give the elegant connoisseur mentions then, and you get to meet all of the fantastic ladies and gentlemen who help support this channel at the highest level. I just want you to know that there are library cards down below that are going to give you the timestamps for what I discuss in this video, as it will be a little bit longer. On to the assignments, you are going to see the Chic Connoisseurs, one of the other upper tiers. You're going to see their names in the scrolling credits. Okay, Chic Assignment number 1 was to enjoy the performance of Wynton Marsalis and John Williams performing with the Boston Pops Orchestra. We listened to Haydn's Trumpet Concerto in E flat. And this was the most wonderful performance. This just boosted my mood. I felt like it was a very cheerful and optimistic performance. And of course, Wynton Marsalis did an amazing job. He's typically known for his jazz music, and perhaps we'll study him in a future assignment as well when we dive into more jazz. But I love this performance. This is my favorite performance of his, and it was really great. So we're going to take some time to learn about the composer now. Franz Joseph Haydn, who was born in 1732 and died in 1809. Haydn was born in the town of Rah, Austria, into a modest family. Recognizing the boy's considerable musical talent, Haydn's father sent him away to live with relatives at the age of 6. Haydn's early life was difficult, but he was able to begin his musical education. In time, he moved to Vienna and the choir of St. Stephen's Cathedral. As a young adult, Haydn supported himself with varied work, such as being a music teacher, street musician, and accompanist to the Italian composer Nicola Propera. His first steady employment was as Kapellmeister to a noble family. In 1761, he became Vice Kapellmeister and later Kapellmeister at the court of Esterhazy, one of the richest and most important families in the Austrian Empire. Haydn was an employee, akin to a servant, on the Esterhazy estates in Austria and Hungary. He remained with the family for nearly 30 years, during which time he composed an enormous number of works for the pleasure of his employers and their aristocratic circle. Just imagine having a composer in your employ. I just can't imagine, I don't know, Ben and I just employing a composer to compose his music. It's just amazing. His fame spread beyond the Esterhazy estates. He even had the opportunity to become good friends with Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, who greatly admired Haydn. At last, in 1790, Haydn was free of his obligations to the Esterhazy, and he accepted invitations to visit England. He found tremendous public success there. Despite his humble beginnings and early difficulties, Haydn died a renowned composer. He also died a very wealthy man, thanks to the high income he had received while in England. His fortune was valued far in excess of any other composer at that time. Mozart's Requiem was played at Haydn's funeral mass. Today, Haydn is recognized as the father of the modern symphony, as well as the father of the string quartet. He also played crucial roles in developing the piano trio and the sonata form. So that is a very brief biography of Franz Joseph Haydn from Philharmonia Baroque, and I will leave that linked down below. All right, Chic assignment number 2 was to enjoy the poetry of Dorothy Parker. I'm about to read you a short biography of hers as well as some of her poems, but I also encourage you to watch the movie Mrs. Parker and the Vicious Circle, which is also a biographical tale of her life. That movie is not for children, so don't watch that one with your kids. Like I said, she did have a bit of a dark life, and she did have many sad thought patterns, I thought, and events that happened to her, so that one is just for adults. But let's read her biography right now, and then I will read you some of her poetry as well. Dorothy Parker, she lived from 1893 to 1967. Dorothy Parker was born to J. Henry and Elizabeth Rothschild on August 22, 1893 at their summer home in West End, New Jersey. The family cottage was on Ocean Avenue. It burned down before World War I. Dorothy's mother died in West End when she was 4 years old. Growing up on Manhattan's Upper West Side, her childhood was an unhappy one. Both her mother and stepmother died when she was young. Her uncle, Martin Rothschild, went down on the Titanic in 1912, and her father died the following year. Young Dorothy attended a Catholic grammar school, then a finishing school in Morristown, New Jersey. Her formal education abruptly ended when she was 14. In 1914, Dorothy sold her first poem to Vanity Fair at age 22. She took an editorial job at Vogue. She continued to write poems for newspapers and magazines, and in 1917 she joined Vanity Fair, taking over for P.G. Wodehouse as drama critic. At the time, she was the first female critic on Broadway. That same year, she married a stockbroker, Edwin P. Parker, but the marriage was tempestuous and the couple divorced in 1928. In 1919, Parker became a founding member of the Algonquin Round Table, an informal gathering of writers who lunched at the Algonquin Hotel. The Vicious Circle included Alexander Woollcott, Robert Benchley, Harpo Marx, George S. Kaufman, Harold Ross, and Edna Ferber, and was known for its scathing wit and intellectual commentary. In 1922, Parker published her first short story, Such a Pretty Little Picture, for SmartSet. Then The New Yorker debuted in 1925. Parker was listed on the Faux editorial board. Over the years, she contributed poetry, fiction, and book reviews as the constant reader. Parker's first collection of poetry, Enough Rope, was published in 1926 and was a bestseller. Her two subsequent collections were Sunset Gun in 1928 and Death and Taxes in 1931. Her collected fiction came out in 1930 as Laments for the Living. During the 1920s, Parker traveled to Europe several times. She befriended Ernest Hemingway, F. Scott Fitzgerald, socialites Gerald and Sarah Murphy, and contributed articles to The New Yorker and Life. While her work was successful and she was well regarded for her wit and conversational abilities, she suffered from depression and alcoholism and attempted suicide. In 1929, she won the O. Henry Award for her autobiographical short story, Big Blonde. She produced short fiction in the early 1930s and also began writing drama reviews for The New Yorker. In 1934, Parker married actor-writer Alan Campbell in New Mexico. The couple relocated to Los Angeles and became a highly paid screenwriting team. They labored for MGM and Paramount on mostly forgettable features, the highlight being an Academy Award nomination for A Star is Born in 1937. They divorced in 1947 and remarried in 1950. Parker was inducted into the American Academy of Arts and Letters in 1959 and was a visiting professor at California State College in Los Angeles in 1963. On June 6, 1967, Parker was found dead of a heart attack in a New York City hotel at the age of 73. A firm believer in civil rights, she bequeathed her literary estate to Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. Upon his assassination some months later, the estate was turned over to the NAACP. Her ashes are interred in a memorial garden at the NAACP headquarters in Baltimore, Maryland. So she clearly led a very interesting life, and like I said, there were many dark aspects to her life as well, and that will show up in some of her poetry. Okay, let's read The Small Hours. No more my little song comes back, and now of nights I lay, my head on down to watch the black and wait the unfailing gray. Oh, sad are winter nights and slow, and sad's a song that's dumb, and sad it is to lie and know another dawn will come. You really can see her depression come through a lot of her poetry, such as that one. Here's one called Whale. Love has gone a-rocketing, that is not the worst. I could do without the thing and not be the first. Joy has gone the way it came, that is nothing new. I could get along the same, many people do. Dig for me the narrow bed, now I am bereft. All my pretty hates are dead, and what have I left? So you can just really see the struggle that she had with love. You know, she was married 3 times, twice to the same person, but divorced twice, and she had a tumultuous love life, and that shows up for sure in her in her poems. This is one of her most famous poems, and it's only 2 lines. It's called News Item. Men seldom make passes at girls who wear glasses. So, of course, whether or not that's true, that is what she felt. Okay, this is another one of her famous poems called Resume. Razors pain you, rivers are damp, acids stain you, and drugs cause cramp. Guns aren't lawful, nooses give, gas smells awful, you might as well live. So she had that dark kind of wit to her, where she is discussing a horrible and painful subject here. But the last part of it, you might as well live, is humorous and gives hope. Okay, this one is called Interior. Her mind lives in a quiet room, a narrow room and tall, with pretty lamps to quench the gloom and mottos on the wall. There all the things are waxen neat and set in decorous lines, and there are posies round and sweet and little straightened vines. Her mind lives tidily apart from cold and noise and pain, and bolts the door against her heart, out wailing in the rain. This one's called On Being a Woman. Why is it when I am in Rome, I'd give an eye to be at home, but when on native earth I be, my soul is sick for Italy? And why with you, my love, my lord, am I spectacularly bored, yet you do up and leave me, then I scream to have you back again. Now, I don't know when this poem was written, but it's funny that she married her second husband twice, so maybe this is what happened there. Here's one called Afternoon. When I am old and comforted and done with this desire, with memory to share my bed and peace to share my fire, I'll comb my hair in scalloped bands and beneath my laundered cap, and watch my cool and fragile hands lie light upon my lap, and I will have a sprigged gown with lace to kiss my throat. I'll draw my curtain to the town and hum a purring note, and I'll forget the way of tears and rock and stir my tea. But oh, I wish those blessed years were further than they be. This one's called The Thin Edge. With you my heart is quiet here, and all my thoughts are cool as rain. I sit and let the shifting year go by before the window pane, and reach my hand to yours, my dear, I wonder what it's like in Spain. And finally, we're going to end with my favorite poem of hers called Comment. Oh, life is a glorious cycle of song, a medley of extemporanea, and love is a thing that can never go wrong, and I am Marie of Romania. She had a very pessimistic view of love, but I find her poems to be very, very witty and interesting. So that is Dorothy Parker. Perhaps we will study her more in a future assignment. All right, Chic assignment number 3 was to prepare your pantry for the upcoming change in season. I will leave my video linked down below if you haven't already seen it. It's my last dinners of the week video where I share my prepper pantry tips with you. Most of you actually like the term victory pantry better, so maybe we'll start calling it that. But I believe no matter what's going on, you should have a pantry that is prepared to the best of your ability. You never know what's going to happen, and if you're not going to be able to get out to the stores. So I won't go into more detail about it here, but I will leave my video down below. And finally, we're going to change up our beauty routine for the change in season. Now, I know a lot of men watch the Chic assignment too, so you don't have to do your beauty routine. You can do your health routine or whatever works for you. For me, I have been changing my nail colors. I've been wearing dark colors. This one is Lady Luck by London Town. So I really love these dark kind of garnet plum colors. I've also been doing my makeup slightly different. I've been doing a bit more fall colors on my eyes, making my eyebrows a little bit thicker as we head toward the fall. And that's about it. So I have been exploring with fall beauty just a little bit and just making slight tweaks here and there for the upcoming season. So I would love to know what you have done for that. I would like to thank the Elegant Connoisseurs. They are the uppermost tier on the Chic Society. So here we go. Kristen King from All the King's Morsels, a food blog with easy Southern-inspired recipes with 10 ingredients or less. Awesome Possum Powers by Shannon Beers, YouTube channel and children's book. Amy Floor with Azalea Spa Goods, handcrafted aromatherapy body oils. Dress for My Day with Kay Harms, encouraging women 40 plus to care for and dress their bodies in a way that helps influence our world positively and with grace. Freedom Moms by Ashley Buffa. Learning to treat chores as a family team is the key to creating and maintaining a tidy, organized home. It's attainable through the Freedom Moms Smart Kid Chores System. Inspired by Nikki, YouTube channel and Etsy shop. Nikki has a beautiful new line of stationery available today. Julie Coleman from My Confident Closet, helping you build a seasonal wardrobe that fits your style and budget. Artist Katie Rose. She is an artist and writer compelled by the beauty of light illuminating darkness. Her original paintings can be found at katierosecollection.com. Nicole Brignol, founder of Lovely Bits Organic Intimate Care for Women. Rosenda Valenzuela from the Little Pink Casa channel. She inspires ladies in vintage homemaking, elegant lifestyle, feminine wardrobe, and romantic home. Claire Kerrigan, founder of Oh Wondrous Grace Chronicle, a faith-based magazine for women navigating midlife with grace. And I am featured in their September issue. Tina Hugal from Outschool. Tina teaches history through biographies for ages 8 to 16. Michelle Rohr from the Secret Owl Society, Digital Planners. Mrs. TJ Sturm from Sturm Brothers Jewelry, a family-owned custom-designed jewelry store specializing in making heirloom jewelry into something special for the next generation to cherish. Something to cherish, beautiful and meaningful products that promote the celebration and gift of life based off the watercolor designs of artist Cherish Flighter. And thank you to the following: Catherine Ray, Mercedes Gilligan, AAM Truth Teller, Carly Tom, Christine Bola, Carolyn Haydu, Denise Jean, Jet Raleigh Heron, Heather Barrera, Jenny Candelaria, Leslie Morris, Gather and Grow, Linda Eckloff, Marie Caudill, Maria Condor, Melissa Ricci, and Prudently at Home. Thank you so much for joining us for the Chic Assignment Check-in. I love this Chic Assignment so much, and I can't wait for October's assignment. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss a video. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Daily Connoisseur, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.